What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Bad Bit Games here on YouTube. I am Kyle Stevenson, aka Mr. K-Step on Twitter, one half of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. It's a weekly show. It's kind of a big deal. I co-host it alongside Mr. Bad Bit himself, Joseph Moran. And before we get into the games for October of 2020 that are coming to PlayStation 4, I'm gonna let you in on a little thing you might have noticed. I wanted to do this starting in August and not miss a month, and then good old depression came knocking on my door in the month of September, and September was a really bad month for me. So I apologize that I missed out on the games for September of 2020, but we're gonna keep this going, keep this train moving as we're moving even closer to PS5. We are a month away, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be amazing. And before we get into it, just one last thing that I forgot to mention. I am doing all this on October 1st, 2020. This is when I'm recording this video, a little bit late, but don't worry about that. This is all the games that I think look interesting that are coming out in October for PlayStation. So what does that mean? That might mean that some games that are announced in the future, in the coming weeks, won't be in this video, just because I'm not going to take it down and re-edit it and re-upload it. It's too much work, and nobody wants that. Also, there are some big games for some that I'm not interested in, and I want to make a list of stuff that I think looks cool and it's more interesting than here's a list of every single thing that are coming out. It's a little less stressful on me, and I think it'll be a little bit more entertaining and personable if it's just like my picks. So that being said, FIFA will not be shown on here. NHL will not be shown on here. Trails of Cold Steel 4 won't be on here. Not that they're not huge games. They're ginormous. But if you already know about those games, you know they're coming this month. Trails of Cold Steel 4 is a long-running RPG series, one of the best ones. And it's getting its 4th installment later this month. You know FIFA, you know NHL. They're EA Sports games. But yeah, other than those big three, I think I've included a bunch of really cool stuff, and I'm super excited to show you. So again, enough of me yapping about. Let's get into those games. Let's get right into the PlayStation Plus games for October 2020. Need for Speed Payback. Survive thrilling heist missions, partake in metal-crunching car battles, perform dazzling set pieces, and more in this four-wheeled action blockbuster. Set in the fictional corrupt gambler's paradise of Fortune Valley, choose from 3 different characters, each with their own unique skills. Customize your rides and take on an open world's worth of events as you seek revenge on those who wronged you. And the second game for PlayStation Plus in the month of October 2020 is Vampire. Life is Strange developer Don't Nod Entertainment challenges you to embrace the darkness with this 1918 set third-person action RPG with deep narrative choices. Play a doctor-turned-vampire ghosting through a London gripped by violence and fear. Use your supernatural abilities as well as man-made tools and weapons to fight or flee the forces of evil and vampire hunters. Save the city's populace or feed on them to become stronger, but giving into your bloodlust can have grave consequences. Rewinding time back to the end of Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time picks up after Neo Cortex, Dr. Entropy, and Uka Uka were last stranded on a distant planet. After decades of fruitless attempts, the trio finally makes their escape, ripping an evil scientist-sized hole in the fabric of space-time in the process. Now all that stands between them and total dominion over the multiverse are 2 fuzzy marsupials from Insanity Island. In Star Wars Squadrons, players will enlist as starfighter pilots, stepping into the cockpits of iconic starfighters from both the New Republic and Imperial fleets. They'll plan skirmishes with their squadron in the briefing room before taking off for space battles across the galaxy. Players will engage in strategic 5v5 multiplayer space battles with the goal of demolishing the opposing flagship in fleet battles, and will feel the rush of first-person multiplayer combat as they work with their squadron to defeat as many opponents as possible in dogfights. FOREGONE is a fast and fluid 2D action platformer packed with legendary loot and stunning pixel art. Collect an arsenal of powerful weapons and upgradable skills, then use them to shoot and slash your way through handcrafted pixel environments hiding a treasure trove of secrets. Unravel a compelling story of regret and conspiracy as you slice your way through hordes of enemies and carry out your mission to save the city of Caligan from total annihilation. IKENFELL is a turn-based tactical RPG about a group of troublesome magic students. Use timing mechanics to power your spells and block attacks, explore the twisted halls of a vast magic school, fight challenging monsters and bosses, and uncover dark secrets never meant to be found. Choose a racer from Nickelodeon's Hall of Fame, including JoJo Siwa, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the babies from Rugrats, the cool kids from Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, Lincoln Loud and his sisters, and more. Then assemble your ultimate pit crew from over 70 different team members to increase your level of attack, defense, and fun. Speed your way across 28 slime-filled tracks to win highly coveted cups and over 80 upgrades for your kart. Shift into the next gear by challenging your friends in local or online multiplayer and see who can cross the finish line first. On your marks, get set, slime. Your name is Reina. This is your first night working for Cloudpunk, the semi-legal delivery company based in the sprawling city of Navalis. You go everywhere, from the marrow below to the spires that pierce the gray clouds high above before scraping the edge of the troposphere. No delivery job is too dangerous, and no one is faster than a Cloudpunk driver. In this story-based cyberpunk game, you will meet a diverse range of characters including androids, AI, and unscrupulous humans at every level of society. Everyone has a story, and in the course of one night in Navalis, everything will change. In Amnesia Rebirth, you are Tassie Trionon, waking up deep in the desert of Algeria. Days have passed. Where have you been? What did you do? Where are the others? Retrace your journey, pull together the fragments of your shattered past. It is your only chance to survive the pitiless horror that threatens to devour you. Step into Tassie's shoes and guide her through her personal terror and pain. While you struggle to make your way through a desolate landscape, you must also struggle with your own hopes, fears, and bitter regrets. And still you must continue step by step, knowing that if you fail, you will lose everything. The award-winning survival horror series Remothered returns in the highly anticipated Remothered Broken Porcelain. Serving as a continuation of Remothered Tormented Fathers, relive events from the characters' painful past enduring intense flashbacks, and endure new unspeakable horrors in the present day that await them in the Ashman Inn, a mysterious and decaying tomb for its many secrets as well as dangers. The truths buried in the Ashman Inn will not be discovered easily. Its many mysteries are intertwined and guarded by the looming threat of the Stalkers, powerful hunters trapped in time and the confines of its walls. Survival will take more than just quick reactions, as a strategic and resourceful approach to encounters will mean the difference between life or death. Be smart, knowing the best time to sneak, flee, or fight imminent dangers can quickly make these hunters become the hunted. Ghost Runner is a hardcore first-person platformer slasher packed with lightning-fast action set in the grim cyberpunk megastructure. Climb Dharma Tower, humanity's last shelter after a world-ending cataclysm. Make your way up from the bottom to the top, confront the tyrannical Keymaster, and take your revenge. One-hit, one-kill mechanics make combat fast and intense. Use your superior mobility and frequent checkpoints to engage in a never-ending dance with death fearlessly. CARTO is a chill adventure game wrapped around a unique, world-shifting puzzle mechanic. Use this power to explore mysterious lands, help a quirky cast of new friends, and guide CARTO on her journey home. Song of Horror Complete Edition is a third-person fixed-camera survival horror adventure. Fear the presence, an unpredictable eldritch AI that reacts to your way of playing and which you cannot fight. Stay alert, hide, breathe slowly. Explore cursed places where unseen spirits and lost souls linger in a true horror story for the ages. You won't experience two exact gameplays. Death is permanent. You may die, but the horror continues. In Watch Dogs Legion, near future London is facing its downfall, unless you do something about it. Build a resistance by recruiting anyone you see to join DedSec, and fight back with tons of different classes and abilities, and give the city back to the people. It's time to rise up. Abandoned and all alone, 4 college students and their teacher become stranded in an isolated town miles from anywhere after their bus crashes in bad weather. Trapped by a mysterious fog and the town of Little Hope, they search desperately for a means of escape, whilst visions from the past haunt them from the shadows. And now the new games coming to PlayStation Now for the month of October 2020. Days Gone, until January 5th, 2021. Medieval, Friday the 13th. Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, and Rad. And so those are the games for the month of October 2020 that I find super interesting and that I'm hyped for. Personally for me, I am super into Crash 4. It's about time. Spoiler alert, I've already been playing it since this is finishing up after release. The game is phenomenal. It is super challenging, but yet it is still has that hook of just one more try. Let's go for all the boxes. Let's not die this round. Let's try to get the flashback tape. It oozes Crash. It oozes precise platforming, which I'm all about. It is such a good game. Please go out and get it if you love platformers and or Crash. The second game I want to shout out is FOREGONE. FOREGONE is a game that I played at PAX a couple years ago. Actually, no, I played it this year. Wow. 2020 is really messing with time. But yeah, I played FOREGONE at PAX this year before the COVID craziness, and FOREGONE is excellent. If you like Dead Cells, if you like that kind of 2D side-scrolling kind of game, it is right up your alley. You should definitely check it out. October 13th. Go give them all the love that you can, because they are worth it. The third game, obviously, Watch Dogs Legion. Game looks great. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm sure you're tired of seeing trailers. You just want to play it. I want to know how every NPC, what that really means. Can I really go up to every single NPC I see in the world and recruit them to be a part of my team? And can I get all the grannies and grandpas and just wreak havoc in London and save the city? That's what I want to do, and I want to make that happen, Ubisoft, so please let me do it. And then finally, I love supermassive games. Until Dawn is one of my favorites of all time, and the fact that Man of Medan, which came out last year, didn't hit quite as well to people who played it. I was actually scared off of playing it because of Joe. He played it and was like, yeah, it's not that great. But I've heard that they've learned their lessons and listened to what made Man of Medan a little bit of a problem for some people, and tried really hard to rework that into Little Hope. And I'm loving what I see from this trailer because it feels like that Until Dawn theme. And I'm just excited for a scary game like that on Halloween. Like, it comes out on Halloween, so I'm ready. I'll probably be too scared, but you know what I mean. And that's it for the October of 2020 when it comes to PlayStation games. Like I mentioned earlier, sure, I missed some games in here. That doesn't mean they're not coming out. So please go check out the interwebs for a specific game for the exact release date. But these are the games that I'm super hyped for, and the games that we're excited for here on Bad Bit Games and the Trophy Room. So please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Go follow us on Twitter at PS Trophy Room, at Mr. Badbit for Joe, at Mr. K Step for me. And until next time, go get that plat.